This is the Inside the Sox podcast, presented by Grandstand Productions, hosted by Rob Anglin, starting in 3, 2, 1.
What is up, guys? Welcome to the Inside the Sox podcast by Grandstand Productions. Yes, I am wearing a Dodger hat. Yes, I know Jed is rocking the Miami hat. And we got the Italian hands. We got the vibes. Again, unfortunately, Dev's not here right at the moment to be here. He had to deal with some personal issues, but he will be back the next podcast. I promise you that. Today, as always, we got my good friend Justin, my good friend Harrison, my good friend Italy Jet, and we are off good vibes. We had a bad loss in the first game of the series, but we're coming off of the series win against the great Seattle Mariners, and it was some good baseball played by the Red Sox. Let's hear how everybody's doing. I'm going to start with Italy Jet, and we're going to go around the room. And I also see a slogan there. It says last place. I know the Red Sox are in last place, but I think there's a reason behind why you have that on there, isn't there?
That should be the theme when we make the playoffs. Everyone is saying we're going to be in last place. No one says we're going to make it, but we'll be there, and that should be the theme. Just like do damage, last place. That's what should be the slogan. And I think Verdugo, as Harrison says, Doogie, I think he would behind me 100%. That's just me, though. I'm doing good.
We love to hear that. How are you doing, Harrison?
Well, today was boring because the Red Sox weren't on today. I mean, watching the Rays lose, the O's lose. Too bad the Yankees won, but at least the Blue Jays lost. I mean, that's a good thing, by the way. So, I mean, anything can happen. I mean, like Jet said, last place, Red Sox, which I just think this team, it's going to be a wagon. This is going to be a wagon of a team that we're going to see. We're going to be talking a lot of this. Well, this guy right here, and yeah, I just can't wait to get this underway.
I'm very excited to see Adam Duvall come back. There is rumors that he is supposed to be coming back by. He has a date circled on his calendar, and that date is June 9th against the New York Yankees. That is what he's aiming to come back. And boy, wouldn't that be something if we get one of our hottest hitters back from injury against the New York Yankees, who we desperately need to take over in this division. We're a game and a half behind them. This division is the best in baseball, so you love to see it. Also, Justin, how are you doing? I always got to ask you, of course, how are you doing? He's going to type it up in a second, but I'll continue talking for the time being. But yeah, guys, we're coming off of a great series against the Seattle Mariners. I mean, the first game was a little rough after coming off of a blowout against the St. Louis Cardinals the night before. Obviously, getting blown out again. It wasn't a good look, but boy, oh boy, did the Boston Red Sox take that personally. They went out the next two games and they delivered at the plate, especially yesterday. Brayan Bello, amazing outing on his birthday. He pitched really, really well, and then the bullpen saved it. And one thing that confuses me is Ryan Sheriff got sent down after having two shutout innings, so it's a little confusing. We're going to talk about that later in the moves that the Red Sox are having. Harrison, I know you want to say something. Let it out.
Bello. 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strike, you're out.
Brayan
Bello struck you out, you gonna sit down. That's what I was thinking about. Dude, listen, I've been saying it since the winter. I did not trust Brayan Bello, but now I kind of trust Brayan Bello. Wow, look at me.
Haven't I told you? Didn't I tell you he's good? Yeah, but no, you don't want to believe me.
Well, listen. Oh, Justin has his finger up, by the way.
He's great.
He is amazing. It's Lola's birthday. Oh, yes. Kevin, if you're listening to this, we wish to say happy birthday to your daughter, Lola. Happy 5th birthday, Lola. And Justin said a series dub, West Coast road trip. We got to see Xander, and we vibe. Oh, I know. This is gonna hurt us, okay? This is gonna hurt me personally. It's gonna feel very, very weird watching a Red Sox broadcast, listening to Don Orsillo's voice, and seeing Xander Bogaerts sitting in a Padres uniform, and Michael Wacha too. I think we faced Michael Wacha in this series too, so it's gonna be a little
against the Big Maple.
The Red Sox. So that's
nothing special there. Nothing special there. That'll be fine.
No, we'll be okay with that. But Xander Bogaerts is gonna be the one where it's like a dagger to the chest. Obviously, for those who don't know, if you guys are living under a rock, Xander Bogaerts has been playing for the Boston Red Sox. Played for the Boston Red Sox for over a decade, from 2013. When I was 14 years old and they won the World Series, all the way until 2022 when I'm 23 years old and in college.
Dude,
it's crazy to see. And it's going to be painful to watch. Obviously, Xander Bogaerts' first game against his former team. It's not at Fenway, so it's not as like sad. But obviously, if he came back to Fenway, it would be very, very sad. It's still going to be sad to see, but it's going to be hopefully a Red Sox series win because the Red Sox are entering with a better record than the Padres. The Padres are playing like not as a collective team. They're playing like individuals, not as a team. So it'll be interesting to see how this series goes, especially with the Red Sox bats heating up. And if the Red Sox, who have the top offense in baseball, do well, and then you got Sale and Paxton, it's going to be great. And then next year, Justin said next year, yeah. So MLB has a new thing where every team plays it at least once a year. So Xander Bogaerts will most likely they'll do Red Sox Padres at Fenway. We're seeing Red Sox Dodgers this year at Fenway Park. Mookie Betts coming home. I'm going to be there for Mookie Betts' first game. And JD Martinez, so it's going to be a very emotional day for me. But yeah, I'm excited for this series. I'm excited for this West Coast stretch. I am ready to push through until 1 in the morning watching baseball. Woohoo!
Yay! Oh god, I'm not gonna sleep.
And not only that, when it goes to LA, Turner and Jansen, they'll have definitely a welcome as well.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
I think it's gonna be very interesting to see. I think the next time they might be in LA would be like in the playoffs, if anything. That's not because they only played the Dodgers once this year, I think. But I mean, they would get a warm welcome. I know they're going to San Diego. My friend, he lives close to San Diego. He's a diehard Dodgers fan, so he said he's going to try and go sit near the dugout and see all the old players because I know Red Sox fans and Dodgers fans. We got two things in common. We love our players to death. We loyalty once they leave. Mm-hmm.
And we swap players a lot.
Mm-hmm. We do. Manny Ramirez trade, Adrian Gonzalez, Carl Crawford, Nick Punto, Josh Beckett. We can name the list. Mookie Betts recently.
Kike Hernandez, David Price.
David Price is
Arroyo, Turner, Jansen.
Mm-hmm.
I already said Kike, so
Christian Arroyo was with the Dodgers?
Yes, that's where we got him from.
I thought he was with the Rays, but my bad.
He was with the Rays, I think a little bit of the Dodgers in the minor leagues, and then he was with the Yes, he played with the Guardians in the majors, so that's the last time. But we got him from the Dodgers as a minor league.
Yes,
as a minor leaguer, so that's how we got him.
It's like Rob Schneider. Yeah, we got him from the Rays as well, and we got McGuire from the Blue Jays.
And also, by the way, when you were talking about Xander Bogaerts, I think that he was the reason why I started watching. I was like, 2013? I'm 19. I was like watching him since I was like 9 years old.
Yeah,
that is like. Now against him?
Wow.
Jesus Christ. It's just like...
So, man, Bogaerts, the first time you watched it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2013, that's the reason I started watching baseball in 2013, and I got bored, went back to baseball in 2018, because I thought baseball was boring, but now I like baseball now.
Well, Devers gave me hope again, because that's my favorite players, Devers and Yoshida, and I love Japanese baseball. So Yoshida gave me hope again. Devers gave me hope again. JD Martinez gave me hope again. And Betts. So that's going to be very interesting seeing all of them together now, because if everything goes according to plan, as Harrison wants to talk about too, with the shortstop situation, second baseman situation, Harrison, you should talk about that.
Mm-hmm. Harrison, I think, wants to talk about it.
Yeah, if he wants.
Wait, is my mic underwater? Is mine fine?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
You're fine.
Well, this man right here wants to trade Christian Arroyo, which I just don't. I can't. Dude, I love Oreo, man. Who doesn't love the hype man of the clubhouse? I can't do it. I can't trade Christian Arroyo. I can't do it. I know he's gonna punch the crap out of me because of it.
I'll be the hype man. Hire me.
Dude, I honestly don't care. I just think that Christian Arroyo, I talked to Rob about it. Christian Arroyo is going to get hot. I just see it in his eyes. Because last year, Christian Arroyo, in the beginning of the season, he was slumping. He was actually slumping. And then probably in the Guardians, and probably at the end of the season, Christian Arroyo was playing absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I would like to give Arroyo another shot and probably keep him at second base. Well, actually, I don't know, man, because there's so many good options that we can have. These are not bad options. These are good options that we can use. Because we're getting Duvall back on June 9th. And also, we're gonna get Trevor.
Well, we're not getting him back solidified. That's what he wants to come back at. So we don't know when we're gonna get him back yet. That's what he wants.
Well, don't care, but anyways, but I just don't know what we could do about these options that we have, because these are good options that we can have. I know me and Rob been talking about it for the past couple months now.
Yeah. I feel like the Red Sox are in this spot, and I'm going to tell you guys honestly, the Red Sox aren't even at full strength yet. And when they get to full strength, you guys got to understand that this roster is going to be dangerous. You get a guy like
Deep.
Mondesi back, very deep. I said it in the offseason. People like call me crazy on TikTok, on Twitter. I said the Red Sox have the best depth in Major League Baseball. People are like the Padres. I'm like, no, the Red Sox have guys who can play anywhere,
Exactly.
anywhere in the infield. You can play Jarren Duran. Here's the thing about Jarren Duran. He can play center field, second base. He could play second base. He came up as a second baseman. You got Kike. He could play anywhere, even though Kike, I mean, he's better in the outfield. But
Yeah.
we'll stick that for another day.
Yeah.
You got Rob Refsnyder. He can play infield, third base if you need to. Justin Turner, first base, third base, second base, shortstop. Even he can play anywhere. You got so many guys that are deep. And then you also get Trevor Story back, who's going to be second, most likely our shortstop. Mondesi, who has an amazing glove. He's going to be up the middle as shortstop or second base. You got a deep team. You guys got deep gloves. Then Duvall comes back, DH, center field.
Chang
Could play third base, second base, shortstop, deep bench. This team's deep. They run deep, and they're going to be a very, very tough team to beat when they're at full strength. And let's not even talk about the pitching, because if Chris Sale's locking in the way he is right now, he's finally figured it out. James Paxton's looked good. Corey Kluber needs to figure it out.
Yeah.
Speaking about the pitching, Nick Pivetta, goodbye from your starting job. He got cocky in an interview, had another bad start, gave a 4 runs, settled down a little bit, but now he learned that you can't do that in Boston. You're straight to the bullpen. I'm sorry, Nick. You gotta if you're gonna talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk, and you were not walking the walk. So you're going to the
He
bullpen.
did had a good, I don't want to say a bad game, but like against Seattle, but he had like a, let's just say a mid game. Let's just be honest,
He
mid
blew a
game.
4-run lead, so it was kind of a little shaky. He settled down a little bit, but I think he's better off as a long reliever. Let's be honest. Here's the guy who's going to eat innings. He's the guy who can go 2, 3 innings, 4 innings, get you some solid ball. Another guy who I personally think, and I know I'm gonna get hate for this, Red Sox fans, please let me know if you agree with me on this one. I think Tanner Houck should be a reliever. I think he should be in the bullpen. I like Whitlock in the starting rotation. Tanner Houck, if you looked at it on Twitter, his first 2 times through the lineup, people are hitting sub 200. Third time through the lineup, teams are hitting 400 off of him. He's a guy who can go 2, 3 innings. I think he's a good back end setup guy, personally. But I know a lot of people are like iffy on it. He's a dominant in the first half, but when he goes through that third time through the lineup, that's where he hits a.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Would you want Nick Pivetta in the rotation, or would you rather have Tanner Houck in the rotation?
Tanner Houck, no question.
Yes,
Pivetta,
Tanner Houck.
Thank you.
You see.
You have an argument, Rob. You have an argument. I agree with you. But if I'm going to choose between one of them, Tanner Houck would be better. He's got
Justin,
better
what are you
stuff.
thinking, Chief?
He's got better stuff than Nick Pivetta, though. And Houck doesn't open his mouth like Nick Pivetta.
True, I know he does have better stuff, but once you get Whitlock back and once Bayo healthy, I think the rotation should be James Paxton, Chris Sale, Corey Kluber, Brian Bayo, Garrett Whitlock. I think that's the 5. Move Houck to the bullpen.
I cannot see Garrett Whitlock.
People always say Garrett Whitlock should be a starter. People are saying Garrett Whitlock should be the starter.
That's true.
But when he was a dominant reliever. People don't want another Daniel Bard situation. But I think Tanner Houck is built for that middle relief, that 6th, 7th, 8th inning, 3-inning stretch. You don't have to face a rotation of the lineup too many times. You just go 2 innings. Guy that can go up the middle. Look at John Winkowski. He failed as a starter. He didn't do too good. Now he's
John
amazing.
Josh Winkowski.
Josh, same thing.
Josh Winkowski. Mike Wazowski.
Yes, Mike Wazowski. He's been good in the bullpen. And then Cutter Crawford, same guy. He's been struggling in the rotation. He was struggling in the rotation. Now look at him, an amazing 6th inning guy. It's just if you add, I'm telling you right now, this bullpen is still good. But if you add not Whitlock, if you add Tanner Houck to that bullpen, it deepens it. And then you got 2 lefties. Joely Rodriguez been solid. Richard Blyer should be in the minors instead of Ryan Sheriff. Ryan Sheriff should be up here. But there's a lot of things that you can do. You can move the bullpen around, but it deepens the bullpen. And makes it a little bit of a stronger bullpen than we already had. And then if you keep Whitlock and keep those guys in, that rotation is great. And if you do need something, maybe you do a 6-man rotation and you spot start Houck. Give Houck some innings as a starter, as a 6th starter. Do a rotating door as a 5th starter. There's so many possibilities. The pitching is deep. The
No.
lineup is deep.
Well, listen,
Oh,
these
but-
are good
okay.
options.
Yes,
These are good
yes,
options.
yes. But you gotta do them accordingly because we're gonna have a very big stretch coming, and Cora better be on his game with this because if I'm Cora, I would trade Kluber, and then put Tanner Houck in there as well, or go out and get someone else because
Mm-hmm.
we have a great farm system. Like we finally have made a lot of trades and got some picks back and drafted well, where we can finally say, okay, we can just put anybody up there and we're good.
You know who's a guy I really want? I've been saying it to trade for, especially as. Let me say it first.
I know what you're saying though.
A guy who I want, and I agree with trading for a pitcher. I think we should trade for a starter at the deadline and a guy who could be a good middle starting or pitcher. Merrill Kelly of the Arizona Diamondbacks. He eats innings. He has a low ERA.
Oh, that's not.
He can go in there. He's very good. He's
that's
very
not
good.
what I
I've
was
said this for a
thinking
while.
either.
I think Merrill Kelly is very good, and he had a stretch too. 2022, he was 13-8, had a sub-4 ERA, a 13-14 record earlier. He's a good back end of the rotation guy. If you get a back end rotation guy, because I feel like in 2023, the Red Sox, not 2023, sorry, 2024 in the offseason, there's going to be a lot of starters on the market, and I think the Red Sox are going to be very active in trying to push for a guy like Aaron Nola. Obviously, Shohei Ohtani, everybody and their mother is going to go for him, and I don't blame him because he's a once-in-a-lifetime generational player.
Got to. Dude.
But-
Okay,
awesome.
Rob,
Red
that
Sox are
was
gonna be
not
down there.
the pitcher that me and you were thinking about.
Who are you
Nola,
thinking
though.
about?
No, I like Nola. Nola's a good one.
Nola would be
No,
good for,
not
like,
that.
the
It was not
offseason.
that. I was thinking about Full Count Rodriguez, Eduardo Rodriguez.
Eduardo Rodriguez, too, is another guy I could see the Red Sox going
Yeah, I can
back
see
and getting,
that.
but I don't think the Red Sox, the thing is, I don't see them rocking with a three-man left-handed rotation. They've never done that
Yeah.
before, three lefties in a rotation. So it
Exactly.
would be interesting to see. Because I think if you're too left-handed heavy, a lot of teams can just, especially if they have switch hitters, if they're like the Orioles. In the AL East, you face a lot of teams that have a lot of switch hitters. So no matter what, you're not really at an advantage. The Red Sox also are a team that like struggle against lefties because they have a lot of left-handed hitters. So it's kind of like one of those things where like it's hand in hand. That's why you don't really see a lot of like teams anymore. Like a lot of teams don't go with four lefties. Or three lefties. They always go with a heavy hand of right-handers. Or once in a blue moon thrown. The Red Sox are one of the few teams that have like two or more left-handers in their rotation.
Dude, listen, I just really just. Okay, so we're in chapter 3, right? We're in 6 and 6.
Even these fucking chapters, bro.
What do you
He
mean?
loves these chapters.
What's up with your chapters, man? We're in
So right
chapter
now,
3?
so listen, we went 4 and we were on a 4-game losing streak, right? We were like below 500. So
Right.
now we picked up the pace a little bit. So hopefully we can. I don't think that we might go for I think. Well, we're gonna be like talk about midway through the episode, but I think we might win the series. I just believe that we might beat the San Diego Padres. I just see it. I think that because the pitching rotation for the Padres is awful. If you not look at their pit. Hold on, let me find them because I always look at their pitching rotations every single time in the morning, afternoon, and also in the nighttime. So look at Blake's
baseball. Love it.
Blake Snell. The dude's 1-5 with a 4.61 ERA. Joe Musgrove, a 6.63 ERA. And Michael Wacha, it's like I don't know if he's by far one of the best pitcher on the Padres. This dude has a 4.06 ERA.
They lost to the Kansas City Royals. They lost a series to the Kansas City Royals.
Oh, shout out to our guy JBJ. JBJ, you're a legend.
Shout out to JBJ, my guy. I love JBJ.
And also, by the way, sorry JBJ, but fuck Aromas Chapman. Fuck that guy.
Listen,
Though-
I agree. He's been amazing this year for the Royals, though. But one thing that I think is just like, if you look at this, the Royals are in last place in the AL Central. They are in a rebuild mode. They are not that good. If the San Diego Padres, who on paper are World Series favorites entering this season, they were World Series favorites with the signing of Xander Bogaerts and the upcoming of Fernando Tatis coming back. They were favorites to win the World Series. And they're 4 games above 500. And the Boston Red Sox, who are on paper a team to win 70 games, are 4 games above 500 right now. And mind you, the AL East is the only division that has every team above 500 right now. Just to show how deadly this AL East is. If they're an
Dude,
amazing team.
all I want to say, I want to prove everyone wrong. I just want to prove everyone that these Yankees, the O's, the Blue Jays, and all those motherfuckers. We're ready for war. This is like war. It's like a battle between who's gonna win the AL East. Well, obviously the Rays, but for now, because the Rays have been on a roll recently. The O's, I mean, Justin called it right. By the way, when he had the O's in Justin, you had the O's in second place of the division. Is that right, Justin? I think you did.
Justin had the Orioles in second place. He had them in second place earlier in the year.
Yeah, you had the Blue Jays, the O's, the Red Sox. What else?
He had the Rays, and I had the. Okay, I'm gonna take the blame here. I had the Tampa Bay Rays in last place.
We all did. We all had the Rays in last place.
I did not think that the Tampa Bay Rays, and that just goes to show you. And hear me out. I think this is okay. What do you know about this? You know what's crazy? All these guys that are on the Tampa Bay Rays right now, that are on this roster, you know who constructed that team? You know who just constructed most of these guys on this team? You know who did that, right? There's only
Chaim Bloom.
It's one guy. Chaim Bloom. Exactly. So I know you guys. Nobody's behind Chaim Bloom yet completely for what he's doing.
I am.
The Red Sox.
I'm
behind him. I think
I'm completely
support what he does.
behind him. Completely behind him.
I've been saying this for a while. I feel like he traded a couple guys that were fan favorites. Yes, that's a bad that's obviously hurts the fans' hearts, but you got to look at it this way. He's rebuilding this farm system. When he came here, Dave Dombrowski destroyed the farm system. Yes. Dave Dombrowski, the one thing I like about Dave Dombrowski, he's a guy who's a win now guy. Respect him. You know, he gets the job done. He wins the World Series. He knows what he got to do.
And he did.
And he got the Phillies to the World Series last year. He added some guys. But look at this situation. Chaim Bloom just really built this Red Sox roster to be good for the future. You got Marcelo Meyer in the wings. He's going to come up. Tristan Casas, who hasn't been playing the best right now, but he got drafted in 2018, but he developed him. I mean, Jared Duran's been amazing.
Big bat.
And it's just like, it just goes to show. And he made some trades. Look at Emmanuel Valdez. You got Emmanuel Valdez for 14 games of Christian Vasquez. And you got other guys, Brian Mata, he's been great. There's just so many guys that are in the minors right now. Reyes is great. Cedane Rafaela has been good. Pablo Reyes. Look at Pablo Reyes. Got him basically for free, and he's been balling out playing second base and shortstop for the Red Sox. He's been great. I think that this is a team that in the future is going to be very, very, very good. And if you add some guys, if you add an ace, if you add a guy like Nola, a guy like Otani, maybe even both, maybe you get Nola and Otani, who knows? Red Sox can spend their money. Maybe they're saving their money. Maybe you lose a guy like Kike Hernandez down the line, but Story fully healthy can play shortstop. And then you got more bats on the free agent market. This team, I'm telling you, they could be legit, and people call me crazy, but when you get Marcelo Meyer fully healthy, I mean, look at Nick York, another guy who's going crazy in the minors right now. They have so many good young players that they are going to be set for a very, very, very long time. Look at guys like the Yankees. They have Anthony Volpe. Anthony Volpe, yeah, he's struggling a little bit, but he skipped AAA. That's understandable for a rookie. He skips AAA. He hasn't had a lot of development. He's good. Hey, Anthony Volpe is actually very good. I'm a Yankee. I'm a professional Yankee hater, but I give credit where credit's due. I think Volpe's amazing.
I agree.
And then they got Jason Dominguez. You see, the Yankees got some good young guys. They're developing. Red Sox got a lot, I mean a lot of guys in their minor league system who can make an impact on this roster in the future. And some guys like Cedane Rafaela, other guys who could probably make a push. Ryan Fitzgerald, guys who can make a push for this roster down the line in September, maybe help push for that playoff spot. I think this team is constructed for future success thanks to Chaim Bloom, but also they're in a spot where they can still win ball games and still be a competitive team in this year too, which they've proven that they can handle it.
I mean, I couldn't agree more.
I couldn't agree even more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just don't bring Bobby Dahl back up. So I care.
Oh yeah, Bobby D. That's speaking about who we have to trade. Bobby D. I love you, bro, but you gotta go. You're not fitting with this team. Just trade him to Miami. Trade him to Colorado. Get a reliever. Bring back Daniel Bard for all I care. Anything.
So what do we do? Like, what do we do?
That. Oh, don't ever say that again. Daniel Bard, get out of here. No.
Okay, so let me ask you this question: like, what do we do to trade for Bobby D? Like, do we trade him for like a top 100 prospect? Like, do we trade for like a?
Let's go to
Yeah.
Tampa Bay. Let's knock
Give
on
him
their
the
doors. Like,
prospect.
I'll take any minor leaguer you want.
Yeah.
Taj
we-
Bradley, whatever his name is.
Maybe.
Taj Bradley's good. I like Taj Bradley.
Yeah, he actually didn't play
He's
that bad
healthy.
against the Mets.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Taj Bradley got some nasty stuff. I think he's going to be a good guy for that rotation down the line for the Rays, especially like the Rays are a team that are very, very, very good. But I think this team, I mean, we've seen it in the playoffs. I think the Red Sox they're built for October. They have depth, and when you get into October, it's a different beast. And you need guys who can step up, and you need guys who can fill in. You need guys who can play anywhere. And this team, I'm telling you, I don't know. I have a good feeling about this year. I don't have a good feeling about the Celtics. I know Italy. Jen's very happy
you
about the
doing?
Heat beating the Celtics. I'm not happy about that. I think the Bruins, I haven't felt confident. I don't know why. I feel confident with the Red Sox. I feel very confident if we can get healthy
Me too.
that we can be good.
Dude,
Be
I just
very
need
good.
to see one. I need to see one. I haven't seen my teams win a Super Bowl, National Championship, World Series since the Red Sox won in 2018. I gotta see one. I gotta
I
see
mean,
one. I'm pushing 20
See
soon.
what? What
I'm
are you
sorry,
trying to push?
but Duke's very poverty. Duke's
Who?
kind of
Motherfucker,
poverty
you
lately.
never say Duke about being poverty ever fucking again.
I know what's
Duke's
going
been
on.
kind of poverty
Anyways.
lately.
Go
Whatever.
fuck yourself, dude. You
Panthers,
kidding
Panthers
me?
aren't the best. Oh, let's not forget the Charlotte Hornets. They're in the dumps too right now. Sorry, I gotta lay it
Fuck
all out.
off.
You made the right choice with the Red Sox, so I'll give you that one. I'll
Wow,
give you that
this
one.
turned
That's fair.
really
R.I.P.
fast.
R.I.P.
This turned really fast. Okay, listen. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Mhm.
If we don't get Otani, and if we
Mhm.
don't sign a few players back, I really, really, really want Murakami.
Murakami,
Japan.
he's a beast.
I
He
want.
looks
He's
What team does he
23
play
years
for?
old. 23
He's
years
in
old. He's in
Japan right now.
Japan. Plays with Tokyo Yakult Swallows. I don't know.
That sounds like a beat. That's my high school basketball team's name. Let's freaking go, dude.
Shut up, you're joking.
I am.
But no, he played really well in the World Championships. Him and Yoshida and Otani and Nootbaar were the best players on that team, and I would take him all day long. He bats left and throws right. That's so weird. But like, I guess there's more people like that now. I mean, we've seen Otani from there, so see what happens. The only thing is, he is an infielder. We have a lot of infielders, so I want him really bad. They're saying the Yankees are going to get him, and they're saying that the Rays and Mets, and I'm like, no, I don't want either one of them to go there. 23 years old,
Mhm.
no, I don't want either one of them to go.
If he goes there, he's wasting his career, dude. Like, the Rays, okay, that's fine. But Red Sox, okay, you gotta come here. Like, you know, like,
Dude.
I don't care.
He's got a connection with Yoshida. We have a lot of Asian players, and that's great. Wong Chang,
Ref Snyder, I mean, he's
yes, and then Yoshida, they're best friends.
dude. Just
So-
dude, we gotta get the
Bring me
WB.
Nootbaar. Bring me.
Let's bring it.
Nootbaar.
Yeah, let's bring
Bring
in
me
Nootbaar.
Let's go.
Nootbaar, I like Nootbaar. I like
love
Nootbaar.
Dude, he was the
We-
WBC legend. What are you talking
If
about?
anybody who knows me knows I'm nasty with him on MLB The Show. You can ask Justin. We played co-op before, and he walked it off. Let's take a look real quick at some MLB free agents here.
What is his? What is Nootbaar's stats? By Rob, what is Nootbaar's stats by?
He's sitting pretty good. He's sitting around 300 right now.
Well, he's
All
not.
right.
He's not doing what he could have done. Arenado and Goldschmidt are kicking butt, but Nootbaar's coming
Mhm.
around a little bit more. I just think it was everything from the World Classic. I think that's what it was. Just like Yoshida. I think Yoshida had a slow start because he just came off of the World Classic. So I keep giving him time, and it'll be fine again. But I want to go to Yoshida. I know people were saying Yoshida is a bust, not worth $90 million for 5 years. Guys, he's just coming into the league. He's not going to
Mhm.
figure it out the first few games. It's fine. There you go, the man. Bloom saw what his potential was. We saw what his potential was. It's fine. Now he's doing good. So I'm not worried about this at all.
I think
not
it was
worried
the
at all
right
either.
amount for 5 years.
90 million? That's cheap. That's
Yeah,
cheap
That is
now.
cheap.
And
Dude.
now I heard we're gonna get Verdugo for like $105 million for 6 years. That's even more cheap.
Dude,
That
I would
is
give.
very
I want to not listen. I don't disagree the years, but I want to push his more years. I want to push him to 9
sure.
years if I have
No,
for 9
that's our
years.
next
So,
big one. No, that's our next
Ryan-
big signing. We have to extend Alex Verdugo. We have
I agree.
to.
I want to extend
We
Doogie.
have to. We have to do it this
Right-
year. This
Right
year.
now, there's a lot of good players on this free agent market, and I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to
Okay,
list some guys
talk.
who I think the Red Sox could be good. Shohei
Talk.
Ohtani, obviously, that's the first thing first.
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani. If we're talking pitchers, Nola, Marcus Stroman's out there. Kershaw. I mean, Kershaw's going back to the Dodgers, I think.
Who cares about Kershaw?
Um,
Who cares about Kershaw?
Martin Perez. I mean, Lance Lynn would be a good pickup for the Red Sox. He's a good guy. We said.
Nah, I want my guy from Duke, Marcus Stroman.
Stroman, baby,
Cody-
all day long.
Stroman would be good. Cody Bellinger, I'm big on this train. Cody Bellinger to
Yeah.
Boston, I'll rock with it. I think him
Yeah,
bring
but
him
he's-
back, bring him back to band. Let him come.
He's not.
He's been
doing
going good
well,
this year.
though. No,
He's
in the
been going
beginning
good
he
this year.
was. Recently, he's not. He's not. My brother-in-law is a Cubs fan. Talks about how he's disappointed him all the time. He was doing
Mhm.
good in the beginning, but lately he's not been that strong.
He's still
Hopefully he
doing
turns
okay. He's still
around.
hitting.
Hopefully
He's
he
hitting a tad
turns
under.
around.
So right now it looks like he's doing okay. He's hitting 271 with 7
That's why I
homers.
said
and a
he's just doing okay.
1.5. Which is good for Cody Bellinger standards because last
Yeah.
year he was atrocious for the Dodgers. It was bad. Also, Jock Peterson, another guy I could see coming to here. I don't want to Erod, of course. Teoscar Hernandez. I really like Teoscar Hernandez. I would like him in a Red Sox.
Wait,
Julio
Erod?
Urias. Yeah, Erod's a free agent next year.
Eduardo?
Julio Urias, Josh Hader's a free agent. Sean Manaea, Noah Syndergaard.
Wait, Rob, did you really
yes,
just say
Eduardo
Eduardo?
Rodriguez. Yes, Eduardo
Holy
Rodriguez.
shit!
As in Seattle's or Seattle?
No.
Right? Oh
No, it's he's on the Tigers right now. That's J-Rod. Eduardo, the guy, my guy who taunted
Full
Correa
count.
in
It's full
2021.
count Rodriguez. Those matter. Full count Rodriguez.
Full count Rodriguez. Oh boy, gotta love full count Rodriguez. I think, but yeah, there's so many guys that this Red Sox team could get, and I know. Oh, Hunter Renfroe too. Bring him home. I don't care. Bring him back.
No, Jet will literally lose his mind.
What? What?
If we get Hunter
said bring
Renfroe
Hunter
back.
Oh, I will throw my TV. No.
The Italian name was just like, hey, Pato, but I don't want to. Hey, you don't you ever get Hunter Renfroe? But dude, I don't know, man. I just think these are good options that we're gonna have next year. But right now we gotta focus on this year, by the way. So like, these are gonna be this year. But I think this year's doing pretty freaking good so far. So far, so good with the Boston Dodgers with Justin Turner, Doogie, Connor Wong. I mean, with the Boston Dodgers, dude.
I love that.
We got the Dodger players.
Yeah.
Freaking. What else? We got freaking. Who else? Freaking Doogie. Freaking
Kike,
Justin Turner,
Arroyo,
Kike,
Justin
Jansen.
Kenley Jansen.
Yeah,
I mean,
I bet you Kluger was there at some point.
Surprisingly, no, Kluber wasn't there.
no,
Surprisingly,
he was with the Rays. I mean, Rob
He was with the
Refsnyder
Rays.
with?
Yes,
He
Rob
was. A
Refsnyder
lot
was
of guys
great.
were with the Rays.
Correct.
No, like with the Dodgers. Was he?
Who?
Rob Refsnyder.
Rob Refsnyder never played for the Dodgers.
I know you played
No.
for the Diamondbacks, and the Twins.
He played
He
for
did
the
play a little
Rays.
bit for the
Where it got him.
Diamondbacks.
But first of all, speaking of Refsnyder, how about him though with playing against left-handed pitchers? I was signing back for another contract. What do you think, Rob?
I was on back for another contract. Refsnyder, I'm not gonna lie.
Who?
I'm not gonna lie, Rob Refsnyder.
Mm.
You're on the trade block. You're gonna trade it. I'm trading him.
Why not?
He's gonna be. Listen, he's gonna be another guy. Think about it. Jaron Duran. Would you rather Jaron Duran or would you rather Rob Refsnyder? I answered my question right there. Jaron Duran. There's no space for Rob Refsnyder.
That's a dumb.
Okay,
There's
that's like the fucking dumb comparative of the
Yeah,
century.
Because that's what's
awful.
gonna happen.
There's-
They're gonna when they got people back, they're gonna have to DFA him. It's either DFA or get something out of Rob Refsnyder. So I would
Okay,
take that any
so-
day. I would trade Rob Refsnyder.
So Rob Refsnyder was originally drafted by the New York Yankees. He was there for
Mhm.
2 years. 3 years. He was there for 3 years. Then he went to the Blue Jays, got traded to the Blue Jays for a year, Tampa Bay Rays for a year, and then he skipped 2019 because of an injury. Then 2020 he was with the Rangers. 2021 he was with Minnesota, and now he's with the Red Sox.
I mean, I like him as a Red Sox,
He's
honestly.
from Seoul, Korea.
Yeah, he was born in Korea. Then I think he's now. I think his parents are now with the West Coast area. So, whatever.
I think this team, I think going into this West Coast trip, we're gonna have some fun. I think the boys are gonna enjoy the warm weather and balls will be flying out of the ballpark. I am ready. I am ready for this.
Dude,
I'm ready.
I'm born ready, man. I see this team. Dude, I'm just so happy, man. It's just like we were about to be. People call us trash. People call us just dumb. People call us overrated. I mean, I just see it because we've been hit. What's our ranking of hitting the ball, whatever it's called?
Red Sox are top 3 in offense in baseball.
Yeah.
And how many comebacks in games?
We were
how
second
many,
last time I saw behind the Rays.
And how many comebacks in games? Wait, second?
Red Sox are now second place, right ahead of the Diamondbacks. Red Sox have scored this year. They drove in 238 RBI, 682 total bases, 27 steals, a 272 team average, with a team slugging of 793, only 341 strikeouts. So they struck out a little bit more than the Diamondbacks, but they drive in a lot of runs. They're run different, and 55 homers. They have the second most homers in Major League Baseball.
I just believe that we might win the series. I just see it. I don't
Actually,
think
the Braves have 77, but the Red Sox have more runs, a lot more runs. That's why
I believe that we're winning the series.
They're great.
We're winning the series. I see it. I believe in this team.
Now,
so
if
much.
we look at this is why the Red Sox are also 24-20. Their offense is great, but their pitching. Let's see where they're at right now. Let's look at the pitching.
I know the bullpen's like in mid. It's like
the
in
Red
mid
Sox are 26. They're going down. So
what about bullpen?
That's just pitching in general. They're 26.
Oh,
their
shit.
bullpen, I don't even know. Their team, their lineup, the fact that just goes to show you how good this lineup is. Their lineup is carrying them to wins. Their pitching is starting to pick it up a little bit, but the lineup, I mean, this just goes to show you that this is just impressive. That's an impressive stat. If your team's I'm gonna say it. If your team's 20 fucking sixth in hitting, but second in hit. No, sorry. Let me reflip that. Sorry, I'm late. If your team is 20 fucking sixth in pitching and second in hitting, that is just unbelievable. That is unfucking believable to show how good this Red Sox lineup is. I think this Red Sox lineup is one of the best, if not the best lineup in Major League Baseball.
The Boston Dodgers.
It's been that for years. Not even just the Boston Dodgers, the Boston Red Sox in general. They have always been good at producing runs, driving in runs when they need to. I mean, 2018 led in hitting. I think 2019 they were top in hitting. 2021 they were a top team in hitting. 2022 obviously not, but their pitching was the worst. I think 2022 they were still a top 3 team in hitting. So the Red Sox are an offensive machine, and that just goes to show you Fenway Park's not really it. Fenway Park's a hitter's ballpark, and the Red Sox take advantage of it. And that's one thing you need to have. You need a team. You need your team to hit. If your team doesn't hit, you're screwed. I mean, your pitching could be god awful, but if your team fights back, the Red Sox lead the league also in comeback with games. So they've been playing very well.
And why everyone was so up everyone's ass at us about getting Duvall, getting Yoshida. The Braves wish they had Duvall back. Everybody gave a shit about even Yoshida, and what do they do best? They hit. They hit really well. Before the injuries with Duvall, he was on that World Series team. And I honestly thought we were going to get Jock Peterson too. That would have been great too. I would have welcomed that. But we're getting players that people think that are like mediocre. And I'm like, no, they're just solid. Everyone's solid. Everyone's got the chemistry, and they're young, mixing veterans in there. And it's going to work out fine. You're going to notice in the few spur games, as Harrison says, we're on Series 3 or Chapter 3. Chapter 3, we're getting rid of some stuff. We're getting rid of some stuff, and we're adding more stuff. It's just a back and forth thing. I know everyone's going to, be up Bloom's ass about so many things, but his track record has been great with the Rays. Track record even with the he wasn't with the Cubs. He was on another team. I forgot his name. But it's going to be fine. I'm not worried. I looked at our lineup, and everyone says we're going to be last place. We're going to be just fine. I have more confidence this year than I did last year. Last year, I had no hope last year.
Same.
This year, I am stoked as hell. So I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Ready to run through a damn wall.
this team makes me excited. Last year's team, for anybody who follows me on social media, you know how painful it was. I would yell at the team. I'd be like so pissed.
A dagger.
This year's team, this team gives me hope. I mean, last year we had a slim sliver of making the playoffs, and I was riding that wave until it died out. This time I feel confident we're going to make the playoffs. Even though I feel like this team is, like I said, I'll keep saying it and I'll say it. Dev always says this too. When this team is healthy, this team will be a fucking wagon. A wagon. This teammate's not going to be stopped. This team is going to be disgusting. They're not ready for a fully healthy Boston Red Sox lineup. Ready? I'm going to lift top to bottom. This is all healthy with people swapping in. This is just a game. This is end game lineup. Verdugo leading off, Devers. Then you put a guy like Story 3 at shortstop, cleaning up. You have Duvall. Then you put Justin Turner 5th. Then you have who else? You got guys who could play Mondesi even lower in the lineup at 9th, having speed at the bottom of the lineup. Yoshida can hit in the 6th spot. I like Yoshida in the middle of the lineup. I think 6. I think he's a perfect guy in the middle of that lineup. He drives and runs, hits for contact. That's how I would build my lineup. Put contact guys in the middle who could drive and runs. Duran batting 7th, I think, is perfect for him. Not too much pressure on him down there. He's got good wheels. 8th, I mean, you could flip-flop whoever in there. Casas, because Casas is inconsistent at the plate, so I feel like hiding him at 8. And then batting 7th or 8th or 9th, you can slide in Kike. Kike could even be a bench guy when these guys come back. Just think about that. He could be the most expensive.
Dude, I just don't know. What, like, speaking of Kike, but like,
what would the Ohtani trade look like? Would you put Kike in there?
I think so. I would do anything in my powers to get Shohei Ohtani. I would trade you Bobby Dahlbeck. I'll trade you Kike Hernandez. I'll trade you Jared Duran. I don't care. I know it sounds stupid, trading Duran, trading Kike, trading Bobby D. If you want to put in if you want to put Oreo in the package to get Ohtani, fine, whatever. But dude, I want Ohtani and Yoshi, the WBC legends, Masataka Yoshida and Shohei Ohtani, the by far the best Japanese baseball players that we've seen. I mean, come on now. Like, would you want that?
Nuke bar.
And let's just hope that we get Newt. Nuke bar.
I think this team, and the thing with Shohei Ohtani is I can see him getting traded. I can see him definitely getting traded at the deadline, but I don't think the Red Sox at the moment have the assets to make a trade for like a guy like Shohei, because you got to give up a lot to get him. You got to give up a lot to get Ohtani. I hate to be that guy who says
but then you got to sign him too. You're right. Then you got to sign him.
You got to sign him. I hate to be that guy, but I really think a team that could really, really get Shohei Ohtani if they really wanted to. Hate to be that guy who says it, and I know it's gonna piss people off. I think the New York Yankees are the only team that can get him with that asset. You got Jason Dominguez in the minors. You got good young talent. Orlando Cabrera could be a great guy pitching. They got young pitching.
Him or the Mets.
Like I said, you have New York teams. They have the prospects. Ronnie Mauricio is another guy they could get rid of. Francisco Alvarez. They got the money to re-sign. I'm not saying the Red Sox don't have the money to re-sign. I say the Red Sox. Oh, the Dodgers too.
The Dodgers or Padres. Just don't go there.
He cannot go to the Padres just because they wasted so much money.
All I'm going to say is we've seen it before. Chaim Bloom's willing to open that checkbook. He signed Yoshida. He signed Trevor Story to a decent contract that was still reasonable, but the whole narrative for the Red Sox was stay under the luxury tax. That's why they traded Mookie Betts. That's why they didn't re-sign some of these guys. They have
Bogarts.
And Bogarts. They have a backload of money they're willing to drop. Look at the Giants. He could even go to the Giants. The Giants tried to get Correa. They failed. Judge, they failed. Turner, they failed. Whatever team is willing to drop a bag, they are going to spend a shitload of money to get Shohei Ohtani. And I do not blame them. And I want the Red Sox to be that team that drops not $1 billion, $500 million is probably the worth for Shohei Ohtani. $425 million with the signing bonus. I think that he is worth every single fucking penny you give him.
Yes. Listen, Trevor Story had a 6-year contract for $140 a year. 140 guaranteed. Like, that's not. I think that's a great contract for Trevor Story, in my personal opinion.
Listen, he battled like last year. His batting average was like average, and he was mainly hurt most of the season.
Yeah, but we got him because we didn't know we got him because we didn't know what we were gonna do with Bogarts. You didn't know what you were gonna do with Betts too. You didn't know what to do with a lot of these guys. Like they were just flipping a coin, and then all of a sudden, Story popped in, and it's like, yes, you have to go get someone because with the injuries that we have all the time with the Red Sox, you need depth. And now that we have depth, now it's like we gotta trade and cut good ball players now. When's the last time we could say that?
It's
2018? 2018? Yeah. This is a good situation and a stressful situation to have.
I think it's one of those things too where, yeah, you lose a lot of fan favorites. You lose guys like Benny. You lose guys like Bogarts and Betts. You lose the hope from the fans, but then you re-sign Devers, give the fans a little bit more hope, which is perfect. That was the one guy. If I had to choose anybody to rebuild around, or say it's Rafael Devers.
And also, by the way,
most high ceiling.
The craziest thing about it, I can't believe Benintendi's 28.
Yeah, he's a little older.
Oh yeah, he's a little older. I'm happy we got rid of him though. I was happy about that.
How dare you, man?
I love
He never
him.
performed in Boston. He didn't perform well in Boston. That's the thing. He didn't live up to the expectation. He was supposed to be the next Ted Williams. He was supposed to be that guy that has a little bit of pop in his bat, and he didn't. He really didn't. He played. He in the playoffs. God bless him. He probably made one of the craziest catches I've ever seen in playoff history, minus the Julian Edelman catch for the Patriots in Super Bowl 51. But Boston sports have two of the greatest playoff catches of all time. Yeah, just saying that.
Red Sox fan, I agree. Red Sox fan, I agree.
Yeah.
But it's just
Benintendi is a great talent. JBJ with Betts. That was fantastic seeing them do that. Verdugo, even the same thing. Like, that's great. But he didn't do good the following year. Like, he was jack shit.
He sucked.
He was jack shit. And you know what? When the door closes, another one opens. Then Verdugo's there. You got Duvall and you got Yoshida.
Without Benny leaving, you don't got Yoshida. And that funny enough too.
Not a chance.
Here we go. Let's thank the baseball gods real quick. I know Benny's hitting 300. Cool. Nice. If Red Sox were this close to re-signing Benny, if they signed Benny, we don't have Masataka Yoshida. So
I know
everything happens for a reason. Exactly. Everything happens for a reason. And yes, Benny. And let's be honest. Thank God he didn't go back to the Yankees. Now we can actually root for Benny. Say he's one of those guys. He's gonna be one of those guys you sit back and go, remember when he played for the Yankees?
Did he sucked on the Yankees?
He did okay. He got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt, but he did really well with the Royals for a little bit. That's why he got a second contract.
He was a dog on the Royals. Yeah.
Listen, I'm happy. I'm happy he's with the White Sox, but you're stuck between trash and trash. Like the Royals or the White Sox. Yeah. Like,
who's JBJ with now?
He's not with the Royals.
DJ LeMahieu?
JBJ with now?
JBJ's with the Kansas City Royals. He's with the Royals.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang. Man, my bad.
Jackie Bradley Jr. That's my guy too. I love JBJ, but
that was my boy.
He can't hit 156. That's terrible.
But that glove, he's 33.
That glove. That glove is what keeps
old.
him in the league, though. That glove, he is amazing. With that glove is what keeps him in Major League Baseball.
I agree.
What a show! What a show, guys! We had a
lot
to talk about.
I don't know. I kind of forgot what else I was about to say. Oh, by the way, Cutter Crawford is coming back in San Diego. Garrett Whitlock might be coming back in the second game against San Diego. We don't know about that. I don't know about Garrett Whitlock, but I know about Cutter Crawford. But Doogie might be playing with it. He had a little bit of a hippie, like a little bit of a groin.
A hiccup?
Like a hiccup, yeah. He had a groin injury. Yeah, remember Doogie made that insane catch with the wind in front of him? Yeah. I feel like that's why he got hurt. He had a little bit of a hiccup. But I think he might be okay. I want to prove... Listen, I try to prove everyone wrong in football. I try to prove everyone in college basketball. I want to prove everyone in baseball, man. I just need to see my team win something. Jet, when was the last time your team won a Super Bowl? A World Series, national champions? When was the last time you seen one?
Well, according to all my rings, a very long time.
You see,
and Rob didn't see one in 2018 with the Patriots.
I can't complain. I've seen one 2011, 2018, 2019.
Yeah,
I've
you
seen a
cheated
lot
two
of.
of
I've
those.
seen
2004 Red Sox, 2013 Red Sox, 2018 Red Sox, 2010 Duke. I mean, 2015 Duke. I mean, what can I? And nothing on the Panthers, but obviously, but
But
dude,
you guys
I'm
got
excited.
something good going. You got something good going.
I got. Hey, listen, I'm just gonna say this right now. This team. It's gonna be unstoppable. It's gonna be
We fun.
the words I want to hear. Unstoppable. It's like, just stop. It's like stop hating on us, dude. Like this team is for real. Like we can do this. We can be a good team.
We're the pun of everyone's jokes, Harrison. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, we are a joke.
We always have. We always will, and that's fine.
But it's fine. I will mind getting owned by the Houston Astros, but just not let the Yankees make the World Series. When was the last time they made the World Series? They wasted Aaron
Alex
Judge's career with
Rodriguez,
9
right?
years.
Was it Alex Rodriguez when they won, right?
2009.
Yeah.
They only the little kids. They talk about they see one World Series, but I saw 3. 2004, I was 1 years old. 2013, I was like 9 years old. 2018, I was like a freshman in high school.
Technically, you've only saw 2. You don't really see it when you're 1 years old. You can't remember what.
I was literally.
For me,
I was literally sucking on my mom's breast.
Listen.
Oh,
Whoa,
God,
whoa!
Harrison.
That's a little inappropriate for a pod. I mean, I know I swore a little bit, but that's
he
a little.
was doing so good.
You had a run. You had a good run, man. Oh, you were this close. This close.
Okay,
Mine. No wonder why Justin left.
Yeah, Justin. Also, yeah, I saw that comment. Justin had to go because he had work in the morning. So usually, if he's a little tired, he'll go to bed and he'll upload this later on at night. And also, guys, thank you guys so much for listening. Also, I think I was old enough for it. 2004 I was 5, so I can remember something at 5 years old. 2013 I was 14. 2007 I was 8. 2018 I was 19. So I can remember a lot of World Series, and hopefully for you guys, especially Jet, maybe maybe not this year, because I want the Celtics to beat the Heat. Any other year, go Heat. I respect the Heat. Obviously the Jets. I would hope that because they've been in a drought. Aaron Rodgers will be good. And then Harrison, Duke will be back. I know I called them poverty earlier. But I think they'll be back.
Say you're sorry. Say you're sorry.
I'm sorry.
Say it to all the Duke fans out there saying I'm sorry.
Duke Nation, I apologize. But I don't apologize for saying the Hornets are trash. They are bad. They are bad. But the Panthers, Bryce Young, they got a good young team. Adam Thielen, I'm excited for them.
New Yorker, Frank Wright, love him.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited for that team.
He's going to get you there.
But thank you guys so much for tuning into Inside the Sox podcast. Not inside the Dodgers, I promise. I usually wear the Sox hat. I just didn't want to change. We got the Italy vibes going. Me and my guy, Italy Jet, the Italian Bloods, carrying the Italian vibes here. Go Italy.
I'm not Italian, but I still want to do that.
You're a generation. You're an honorary Italian. But as always, guys, from the Inside the Sox crew, from Rob, from Harrison, from Italy Jet, from Justin, who's here in spirit, from Dev, who is here in spirit, we love you guys. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are amazing. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, featured on Wisdom. And as always, boys, that Harrison knows what we're about to say next. Guess what we love? We love
that dirty water.
Yeah.
Peace.